Hey everyone, welcome back to Just Like Magic with Julia. So today we are going to be talking about why you cannot force fate. Have you ever been in a situation where you've wanted something for a while? You were trying to manifest it, and then all of a sudden you feel like God, your angels, the universe is finally kind of giving it to you. There may be some signs that you're seeing that you feel like are associated with this, and you start feeling like really overjoyed that this manifestation that you've been, working on for a while is finally coming into your life. You feel like you've been guided up until this point to this manifestation. You feel like your desire is coming, like maybe even you start fantasizing about how life is going to feel now that it's here. You start getting your hopes up. You start like just thinking about it nonstop and thinking about all of the things that you've been wanting up until this point. And then, boom, all of a sudden, what you thought was coming or who you thought was coming begin to kind of start to show you that they aren't who they said they were, or the opportunity isn't actually what it was when it presented itself. And now all of a sudden, your hopes begin to go down. Things end up not going as planned at all. In fact, they may start to go the opposite way. And now you're left with this overwhelming sense of disappointment. Maybe even before this person, opportunity, idea came up, you were peaceful, you were good, you were living life. You wanted this set desire, but you were good with where you're at. But because you got your hopes up, and you thought that this opportunity was going to add something into your life that was substantial and change the way that you lived, and you got, your energy up for it, and it didn't go the way that you hoped and wanted, now it seems as though it's disrupted your life. And now there's this overwhelming feeling of having your hopes just fall to the floor. And you may begin to ask yourself the billion-dollar questions. Why did this happen to me if it wasn't meant for me? Why did this even have to come into my life? Was this a test? Am I not worthy? What's going on? Why? The point is, you feel like this is not what I manifested. This is not what I prayed for. So why? Because I know when I go through these moments, I'm like, is this an attack on me? Like, did I do something wrong? Did I deserve some type of karma to merit this treatment? But over the past few weeks, I've really been thinking about what it truly means to be disappointed. And I've come to the realization that disappointment is usually the universe's way of redirecting us to get in line with our purpose and our blessings. Sometimes we think we know what's best. We think we know what will make us happy. We think we know what we need for ourselves. And most times we do. I've successfully manifested so many people, ideas, experiences, opportunities. But sometimes when we manifest, what we may be trying to manifest may not actually be in line with our true path, which is why it's extremely crucial to have an understanding of your authentic self when you're manifesting. I actually talk about that in a different video, and I'm going to link it below here. But when we don't actually successfully manifest what we want, it's not because God or the universe is punishing us. It's not because we're falling short of worth or what it takes to manifest that desire, or it's not us failing. It's actually the complete opposite. It's 100% about trust. Trust that a higher power, God, the universe, our angels, have a higher plan for us, a better plan for us, one that we may not see for ourselves just yet, and one that is most likely way better than what we even could imagine for ourselves in the first place, which is exactly what brought me to this topic today. You cannot force fate. Hit the subscribe button and like this video and comment if you like what we're talking about today so I can make more content for you. The big idea of manifestation is that you can get whatever desire you want just by attracting or thinking it into existence. But in order to attract something to us, we have to align with its energetic frequency. And sometimes the things that we think we want for ourselves, the things that we want to manifest into our lives, don't naturally align with our energetic frequency, aka who we are and our authentic selves. And having these certain desires, things, people, opportunities in our lives will actually disrupt our own energy, our own purpose, our own path. I truly believe that all of us have a unique calling, a unique purpose, and special gifts that we all bring to this world as individuals. And if we align our energy inauthentically with other desires, we are going to disrupt our own path. I'm sure we've all had, people who are in our lives where we can see how the wrong person truly impacts their life, how the wrong person can influence someone to become something that they're not, and can really disrupt their own uniqueness and gifts. Which is why when something comes into our lives and we think it's for us and we think our manifestation finally is here, like, thank you, right? And then it turns out to not be what we thought it was, we get so disappointed, not realizing that if something or someone has been removed from our path, it's because it's for our own good. It's for our own protection. Half of the time, we've built up an idea or a fantasy of what this person or opportunity can bring to our lives. And so we've grown attached to what that is. But in reality, the universe is protecting us so that we stay on course with our own destined fate. Fate is the development of events beyond a person's control. Despite our ability to manifest, despite our own free will, I truly believe that divine intervention will occur to remove certain things, people, opportunities, just to keep us on course with our own purpose, our own fate. We all have certain outcomes and experiences that are destined for us according to fate. And these experiences and opportunities influence our journeys in ways that we can't even see. Meaning, if something doesn't align with our fate, the universe, God, our angels, whatever you believe in, will remove it so it doesn't alter our fate. I think something to really understand is not everyone and everything appears to be what they say they are or what they seem to be. God hears conversations that are had about us, even when we're nowhere near the certain room that it's taking place in. The universe knows who is smiling in our face, saying that they wish us all of the best and that they want us to be so happy, and secretly praying that we lose. So in reality, when we perceive something as disappointing, it's actually just redirection. Because God will always force you out of situations that do not align with your authentic energy, your purpose, your love, your goodness, your fate, whether you know it or not. The hardest part about this process is trusting that this is happening for you and not to you. I truly believe that all of us have a unique and special purpose that is custom made and tailored to who we are from God, from the Creator. And I believe that that is our fate. I also believe that we have control to manifest whatever we want into our lives, as long as it aligns with our authentic self. And you will always know when something doesn't align with you authentically. You feel it. Some people call it intuition, but you can also just feel it when you're forcing something. 9 out of 10 times, when something doesn't authentically align with you, you have to stoop low, lower than who you are, to fit in with it. And this goes against your purpose because your purpose will probably require you to lead in some capacity. So in reality, you'll be kind of pushing down your purpose to fit in with an energy that isn't naturally even yours, just to have this manifestation. A lot of the time when something doesn't authentically align with who you are, it causes us to doubt ourselves, to second guess ourselves. Most of the time these come when you do find peace and you do find happiness without something that you thought you'd never be happy without. And I think the number one sign that something doesn't authentically align with our own energy is when we feel we have to force it. And there's this belief that we can't just let it flow. Everything that is for us will flow to us. You don't ever have to force a blessing into your life. I promise you, if you think about every single blessing you've had up until now, you probably will never think that you've had to force it. I'm sure you've had to do something on your behalf, like work or action, to get to that point of receiving that blessing. But there's a difference between taking action and forcing something. And on the contrary, in order to know that something aligns, funny enough, I saw this on an Instagram post yesterday, and this is just proof that when you're authentically going through your own journey, things come to you and align with you. The post said, "How do you know when something aligns with you? How do you know it's from God? And the answer was simple. You won't be confused. It doesn't come with confusion. And the reason is most of the time that there's confusion present, there's chaos. And chaos leads to worrying, stressing, blaming yourself, overthinking. Sometimes disappointment will tempt us to define ourselves differently. We may shame ourselves and tell ourselves that we're the reason that something didn't work out, even though all along the universe was just trying to protect us because it thought that we were too good for it. When we don't get what we want, we have to remember to trust our own fate and let it go. Once we come to the realization that something is not aligning with who we authentically are, we have to let it go. If you've given something your all and it's still not working, you have to let it go. And I think human nature is to place something that we can't have on a pedestal and blame ourselves and think of why we can't have it and all of the reasons why we're not good enough for it. But the truth is, if something isn't working out despite all of our efforts, we have to accept it as a blessing. Of course, we can take time and feel sad about it and feel our feelings and process it. But we have to remember that nothing and no one is ever too good for us. When you're operating from a place of good, love, purpose, happiness, the universe will make it its mission to match that energy and bring you something that's deserving of that. And it won't let anything short of that manifest into your life. And I know I am not the only one who is able to think back to a long list of things that didn't work out the way that I once wanted them to. And months, or in some cases, years later, it was revealed to me why. And every time I think back to something that didn't work out for me, even though I didn't see it then, I know now that it was a blessing in disguise. If some of the things that I manifested into my life or truly wanted weren't divinely removed, I would be in such terrible places with different energy. I wouldn't be here making this video today. We may not know it in real time. We may not have all of the answers right away, right now, but in divine timing, all of the reasons why something didn't work out will make sense and will be revealed to you. I think the biggest takeaway from this video is, instead of looking at disappointment as this bad thing, as this shameful thing, that maybe you're blaming yourself for, let your disappointment be a testament to your desire to manifest the right thing for yourself. When it's truly the right thing for you, when it's the right job, opportunity, idea, person, God and the universe will work together and align to bring it to you. It will be hand delivered to you. Disappointment means you took a chance and it didn't go as planned. But in reality, you made a move towards what you want. And that's such a powerful step in manifesting, taking action. Even though this wasn't the right fit for you, you showed the universe that you're willing to take action for what you desire. Don't ever let disappointment define you, because what you're seeking is on its way. Trust in the universe, God, that all that you desire desires you so much more. And trust that your fate and your purpose and all that you bring to this world and to the people in your life is so much more important than anything you think you want. If you can think back to a past version of you, some of the things that you probably wanted most, you no longer think about, you no longer desire. And it's because they don't fit who you are anymore. God knows what direction you're going in. God knows all that you're capable of doing. The universe wants you to succeed. And so God will remove those things from you. Your angels are working overtime, protecting you. Nothing happens by coincidence. And always remember that if something or someone is truly meant to be in your life, it will happen. I hope that this video gave you a different perspective and a lot of peace. Please like, subscribe, comment, share your story, share a disappointment that happened to you, and let me know how you're feeling about it and how you're overcoming it. I can't wait to hear from you all, and let me know what you would like to hear more of.